Yo guys, what up? We have another brand new video over here, but this one's a little bit more of a separate subject that I want to talk about. Now, you guys may or may not know, there used to be a very popular content creator known by the name of Idubbbz. Now, to kind of give him a little bit of credit, back in the day, this was one of the more popular content creators on all of YouTube. His content cops would hit millions of views, the entire internet would go and basically shut up and just go and watch whatever everything was posted. And some of the old school stuff with like Rice Gum and Jake Paul and even Leafy is here. Like that was like an era. If you guys were all there, that was like my time of growing up on the whole YouTube sphere. But these last few days, Idubbbz has been getting a lot of flack. And although in all honesty, he's been kind of getting flack for the last few months, if not past few years, for becoming a lolcow. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically people who watch their content and just sit there to make fun of them, microanalyze everything they do. And most of the time it's for a good reason, because they are basically just failures. They don't know what they're doing with their lives, or at the same point they're so far gone and people are actually trying to go be somewhat helpful and guide them towards like, hey, you're doing this wrong, or hey, you're 700 pounds, you should maybe go and like actually exercise so you can live past 60. And a lot of people, well, sometimes will brush it off as just trolls or bad, not good critiques, whatever it might be. But Idubbbz is a different case, because it seems like his wife is somewhat destroying this guy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. These past few days online, there has been non-stop bad takes of them calling out Iranians and saying that basically calling out the fact that these countries like North Korea are just basically pushing anti-American propaganda. We're talking about the fact that he's saying he loves Satanists as of these past few days. And even more viral, people online are just dogging on this dude because his wife, Anissa, went and said that she wouldn't even want to have kids with him. And it's just sad. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, at this point, like I could probably sit here and make fun of this guy nonstop for a lot of different reasons, but I think it's just more sad. So let's go and talk about how the internet is completely dogging on Idubbbz. I think it's somewhat deserved, but I wish this guy would kind of get out of this random spiral, because I kind of see this. Like, I'll go and browse through the I miss the old Idubbbz subreddit. Shout out to them. I feel like actually a very large majority of those people over there want him to like just do better. Like, they actually don't even hate the guy. They just realize how he's being like manipulated, and his wife is just basically bleeding him dry. And I can talk about that too. We probably will throughout this video. And it just is a very sad situation. Like, I'm not even at this point, I'm not even a hater. I don't even want to be known as a hater for Idubbbz. I just want to be the guy who's like, dude, get it together. like have some boundaries and kind of step yourself up. Like, you could have a good life. Don't give up on yourself. So anyway, let's go talk about it. If you guys don't know Idubbbz, first and foremost, this is another big thing, is that he used to be a very famous YouTuber. This dude has been flown around, has over 7 million subs, but the thing is sad because he completely fell off. Like, I'm not even trying to be mean on the guy. You look at his channel, he's bleeding subs nonstop. And I think I'm allowed to go and say this because if you look at his overall monthly views, although he hasn't uploaded, to be fair with him, for the past month or so, but he only has 479,000 views for the last 30 days. If you guys look at my random, this is like my brand new for fun channel. I've just been going over here talking about Twitch gossip, YouTube gossip, whatever. My own channel's at 419,000 views. So comparing the two, this is like, I'm almost disappointed in him that someone like me who's been doing the second channel for fun is somehow comparable to his channel. I want him to lock in. I want him to try. He can have a great life, but it makes me disappointed seeing this from a content creator who used to be an absolute legend. But I guess at this point, it's almost kind of deserved. This dude had basically kind of seemed like he did like a weird like charity event, and he was basically the owner of the charity, and they were trying to go pay themselves first before the money goes to the charity, which is completely scummy. Like, he's called out all of his friends. Like, he used to be a lot of racist, like horrible jokes and dropping slurs everywhere, and now he's trying to pretend that that never happened. It's just like, it's not cool. Like, it's not cool. But one big thing over here that's been going massively viral, like everyone online has been calling this out and making fun of him for it. And if you guys are familiar with this content, you guys probably have seen this, so don't mind the rehash if you guys have. But I saw this post, and it made me so sad, for the clip of saying his wife, Anissa, did not want to have a kid with him. Because if they had a girl, his genetics might make her look too masculine and ugly, basically saying she would not love her kid, would think they're unattractive. And it's insane. Only wanting children that genetically fit into societal beauty standards and gender roles is the take I expect from Nick Fuentes, not Anissa. And this is horrible. I have never been more disappointed in a woman in my life, or in someone who's a wife in my life. I want to play you guys the clip. Let me yap about it. This is disappointing. If you're a woman and you're literally saying your own child, if they did not have certain features, you are a horrible woman. You would be an abusive person. If you had a child and you said that to your own kid and said, I don't like how you look because you look like your father, even as you're married with the guy, divorced or not, you are abusive. That is disgusting. Even having this thought with your own husband, this is textbook abuse, without any doubt. And I'm very disappointed seeing this, because you, as a person, should never be allowed to have that thought. You can maybe have in the background, be like, oh, maybe ideally, whatever. Maybe I wish my kid had green eyes like yours, your beautiful eyes. This is just a really mean spouse. Really mean. So here's the clip itself.
Part of the reason why I don't want to have a child.
This is the world's worst quality I've ever seen in my entire life. I have seen better quality on my iPod Touch back in 2010. Twitter, why must you do this to me? Why must you do this to me? This ruined the entire video, but the show must go on because I'm kind of lazy. It's like the new year. I'm a little hungover still.
Child with you is because I'm terrified if we have a girl that she's gonna.
We're not really missing much on these pixels, Ari. Anyway, whatever.
All your masculine features.
Isn't that interesting? I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There was a little bit more to this clip, but like I've seen it float around. This is the best one for me to say. Let me just replay. Let me just rehash. I was yapping over a little bit.
Part of the reason why I don't want to have a child with you.
That's just heartbreaking. Imagine your wife saying that to you. And I believe they've discussed on stream that they want to have kids.
Part of the reason why I don't want to have a child with you.
If my girl said this to me, I would be shattered. Even more shattered than 180p. This is YouTube from 2008.
Is because I'm terrified if we have a girl that she's going to have all your masculine features.
And if you actually hear him, I don't think a lot of people have talked about this. Him just dropping this ugly brow.
Masculine features.
That makes me so sad. Like, I feel sad for this guy.
Isn't that interesting? I think about that a lot.
Yeah.
And he thinks about it a lot. I think about if we ever had kids with you, not about like how much love you're gonna give these kids, how you can't wait to be parents, all the fun things you guys can do to go to Disney together, go on late night walks, like go to dinners together, cook together, like read bedtime stories, love your kid, give them hugs, go to their first day of school, like everything. You have this seems abusive to me, wife, saying that you are so disgusting, I do not like your features. If I had to go and procreate with you and it was a girl, which is just all RNG, it's all genetics, I would think that kid's ugly. That is horrible to say. That is absolutely horrible to say. More horrible than these pixels on my screen. And it's even worse that he like is accepting this. Like this guy in like the most loving way, like not even trying to be a hater, not even trying to be like a critiquer. I am like, he needs to just have self-respect to realize that this is not okay. And if you need to stand up against your girl and she gets upset about it for whatever reason, tries to manipulate you for whatever reason, that's a good thing. Because you can see the true reality of the situation you're in and maybe save yourself. One sad thing, this is my own side yet, is I remember there was a quote that for whatever reason, they do not have a prenup. Idubbbz used to have a lot of subs and a lot of viewers up here on YouTube. And by the way, like, a lot of people are just making comments being like, just do not tolerate being treated like this. And it's not like a macho man, not like an alpha thing. It's like a legitimately, this is horribly toxic behavior. And I've seen so many clips of her just doing horrible things to this guy. But not to go excuse it, because I've even seen some clips of here, shout out to the subreddit itself, of him saying clips like the best, most caring people he's known are Satan worshipers. So it might even just be the point where it's just a lost cause. Like, I don't know what this dude is doing anymore.
People I've ever met in my life that are legitimately like empathetic, compassionate, and like prove with action that they care about other people are the most Satan worshiping.
I'm not even the most religious person, but like, just I cannot believe the words that would come out of someone's mouth.
And or religious-less people.
Like, I'm not denying that some people who, you know, maybe are not the most religious, maybe don't even believe in God in the first place, can be phenomenal people. You could have empathy, you can be a normal person, you can be great, that's fine. I don't know many people that are Satanist that are good people. I'm gonna keep that $150 with you guys. I don't know about that one. And of course, as well, there's other calls out from him, like scamming the audiences and trying to go shut down the feedback from people calling out. Like, there's been a lot of bad critiques on this guy. But one of the bigger things out here too as well is that when he was making comments recently about the Iranian propaganda that went completely viral these last few days, like he's quadrupled down at this point. But it's gotten even worse, because now people that are actually from Iran are saying how bad this take was, saying that their families had to go be escaping from these horrible territories and these horrible countries, and they did anything they could to get to America, get to different countries, because their lives were in danger, that the world there was horrible. They were basically defending North Korea, which is horrible. We'll get to that in a second, like you guys can see the clip. But I also want to go talk about the fact that like they don't even have a prenup. This woman, Anissa, has had no job, has not streamed. I think maybe does OF or something in the background, God only knows. And They don't have a prenup. Like Idubbbz, he could have made some good money. Maybe had some merch in the back in the day, 1.2 billion views. This is why at least $1 million if his, his overall channel wasn't too demonetized. Sometimes edgy content can definitely get like less ads, lower CPMs, RPMs, or as well sometimes gets flatly demonetized. We don't know back in the day, like in 2018, or not 2018, like 2014, 15, if he's dropping swear words, like how many views he even had monetized. So they might not even be as well off as they expect. Living in LA, doing all these traveling, spend all this money on stuff, videos, whatever. Like it does add up over time. Like 1.2 billion views, you should be able to go retire off that and have like a catalog for the rest of your life that you can just have passive money. But at the same time, if you have a wife who's already locked on in and they said they have no prenup, that girl's gonna have no matter what. So at this day and age, she can say anything she wants to, which is kind of why I'm a little bit concerned about the whole abuse of it all. Because if she can keep, like, it's kind of like a narcissist tendency where, and almost like a psychopath tendency. If you've been there, you understand. Or been in bad relationships, I have myself. So I'm not trying to like downgrade Idubbbz. Like I've been there, I've done that. I know what's up. It's hard to break out the cycle. It's harder once you're married. But if you're already married, they have no expectations from you. Zero. If you're paying the bills, you're making money, you're doing whatever, that's all you need. I have not seen this Anissa girl stream. I have not seen her make a YouTube video. I have sometimes seen her join their stream, but once again, as they go and do that, they go and get hate threads afterwards from these people saying that they don't understand the struggles. They're trying to be like political, but they don't understand why. And they're saying that people over in like Iran had these horrible, horrible lives. Like people that have literally had these firsthand experiences or their family have experiences and they're getting called out. And it just seems like they are so in this echo chamber where they're just doing everything wrong and everyone's just begging, pleading you to be like, chill, begging, pleading you, wake up, literally all caps, wake up. And people are like, what is going on with this all? Now, I don't want to make this too political too, but at the end of the day, if these people are supporting North Korea and quote unquote scamming people from their old audiences with these like boxing critter matches that were meant to go from charity, I don't have too much sympathy for you. Yeah, this girl might be guiding you the wrong way or bringing you down, but you picked her. You never stood up for yourself. And when you have horrible takes like about this, which I'll show you guys in a second, we'll also just freebooting content off of just watching 90 Day Fiancé on Twitch, which is actually against the Twitch 2S2 as well. That's disgusting that you're even doing this. Old Idubbbz would be very disappointed in you. It just makes people sad and upset.
People singing and dancing like on the street, it just
this guy's like, it feels weird seeing people happy.
feels weird because if you do that in Iran, like they can arrest you.
Basically saying if you were in Iran or some of these more like very strict countries, think like places where women cannot show their faces. Think places where you can't be religion, you can't be gay, whatever it might be. And then, or just in generality, they have a lot more stricter rules and laws. It is what it is. And they're like, hey, you can get arrested. Like these people are complimenting America and saying America's a good place. Like that you have a little bit of more freedom here.
You know that?
For dancing? Like this, like
It's a
Like he's literally saying if you were just dancing, you can get yelled at, which is all true. Like there's some very, very crazy countries out there.
little eye rolly, like
And they're saying it's an eye rolly situation.
like why are you presenting it like it feels like he's fucking paid to do propaganda for
the US.
Yeah.
Like
I'm telling you, I believe there's quotes of them saying the North Korea propaganda is all fake. That the North Korea propaganda is like not real. This Iranian like world is not real. It's propaganda for America. Like what is this guy even saying, dude? And like I'm showing you guys, like people even from Iran themselves are literally saying, hey, this is not how the world is. This is not how it is. My family had to go and suffer for this all. What is this guy doing? There's also like many comments that apparently his wife has him on like Adderall. Like I am actually concerned. Like she's basically using like SSRIs to go and alter his brainwaves and is essentially like holding him hostage. I have no idea. To the point where this is actually concerning. Like this is not me trying to be like a hater video or trying to like farm hate or whatever. I'm sitting here just being like, I have seen friends go down these horrible things. I myself have been engaged with women who are definitely not good for me. And eventually it's hard. You have to break it off just for your own well-being. But it just seems like he never got the memo and she just cut off all of his friends, isolated him out, is mocking the guy and making fun of him, how he looks, how he acts, and basically saying you're lucky I have you. And it makes me very sad. But at the same time, these people are like enjoying it. This guy is laughing about this and other people's sufferings. So do I really care that much? Not really. I don't know the guy. But everyone who's been involved in these situations, it's just a disappointment to see because this guy used to be funny. This guy used to have like confidence. This guy actually used to make content. And now this dude can't even make videos. And the last video he made was just him trying to go make Trump jokes. Like, bro, what is this? Like 2006? Like what's going on here, my dude? Like literally like make something fun, make something endearing. Don't try to go be Hassan. because nobody even likes Hassan in the first place.
The U.S. like.
So this is so strange to me because I'm seeing everyone having such a good time here, being so free
and laughing.
But
what's wrong with people smiling and laughing and appreciating the fact that they have a happy, safe life from a country that some people wish they could be here? You know, they would do anything they could. They would spend all the money they can. They would go and like cross a river to end up in America. And I'm not even an American patriot. Like I am. I like that I live in America. I'm thankful I'm here. But I'm sitting here thinking like, why are you mocking this?
in Iran, you would be arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
If you are ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
They're making fun of someone for that, but that's some people, you lose like that spark. You lose humanity. And I'm just an onlooker, and I see these types of clips, and there's a reason why they went very viral. There's a reason why all this stuff happened, because it's a very, very not human take. And it's very sad to see that you're giggling at someone like this. Now, this is just a 90-Day Fiancé show, who cares, whatever, I guess, at the end of the day. But it's like you try so hard to have sympathy for these people. You try so hard to have empathy for these people. And realize that I don't want a woman to be bullying this man. But when they go and they bully people and they have their own audience that are saying, this is my family, this is what I had to go through, let alone trying to scam people for charity money, let alone just not even making videos, let alone all the racist and horrible stuff you've done in the past that I'm not sure if they're just trying to atone for it by doing this or what. I'm not sure. They're overcompensating. But anyone who is actually somewhat emotionally intelligent sees through this all. And I think that's why there's so much hate on Idubbbz right now, because everyone's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like these messages, these words that are going through your head, they're just going in one ear out the other. And it makes us sad, because I don't want to play the rest of the clip, because they tripled down, they quadrupled down. And it just is a sad situation. Like, I'm not really sure what Idubbbz is doing. I have no idea what's going on over here. Even the comments are calling him out, saying too as well. And this was a few days ago from Post, but it's gone on even worse. But look at this. Like, this is like two rich kids making fun of the poor kid that is mind blown by trying something expensive for the first time. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. And it is really, really sad to go and see. Like, could these two be any more repulsive? Every day they shock me, but this is as low as it can get. And you see people like, I'm Persian, my dad literally escaped by the skin of his teeth. This video enraged me. They're literally being the most racist and vile they could possibly be, but they think it's fine since Persians are white passing. Total hypocrisy. If there were two Persian kids walking around Israel saying how weird it is to be free, they'd be sucking up to it if it were Hassan's. There's a lot of people out here making comments on this one. It's very disappointing. I don't know how this fall for Idubbbz has gone so deep down, but it seems like it's almost deserved. Subscribe if you guys want. Leave a like if you guys want to. If not, no worries. Thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys all for watching.